Hey guys, Alicia from Love Letter Generation. On here today to show you a quick little project. It's basically the base of a Vellum pocket flip book. So I'm going to be using this gorgeous vellum that I purchased off Sassy Scrappers the other day. I think it was from Felicity. It was called Felicity, this vellum. It's absolutely gorgeous. Has like paint splatters and gold foiled hearts. And I'm also going to be using this paper from the Craft Market collection by Create Paper. I didn't have, I've sort of been doing a few carousel carnival type themed projects lately, and I don't actually have any 12 by 12 carousel paper, so I thought this was probably the next closest thing that I could use that was sort of going with the colors that I was wanting and patterns and things like that. So I thought this was gorgeous, so thank you for that, cruise. Otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to have made anything. So first things first, I'm just going to cut out my piece of vellum. Now I hope everyone can see. So I'm just going to cut a strip out, and then I'm hoping that I'll be able to use that whole piece basically for this whole sort of flip book, if that makes sense. And there's Sunny saying hello again. So I've basically cut the vellum in half. So it gives us, you know, this whole piece here. And I'm hoping to maybe be able to use another piece of this that I'll be able to use to create my pocket, because that's going to be quite wide for the pocket that I wanted to create. So we might just take a little bit off of this one. So I don't want it to be too big, my pocket. So yeah, I need to take about, let me see, let's go with that. So that was taking off about almost 10 centimeters, say like 9 centimeters, maybe 9.5. And then that still will give me, I'm going to stitch this into the flip book, which you guys will see in a second. So we've got that. That's going to be our middle piece of the flip book. And then this piece here, I'm hoping to also stitch that into the flip book to create another pocket. And then we've got our base sort of like our main piece that we're going to be sticking the vellum into. And again, I don't want it to be too, so I'm going to take again maybe, let's see, off this 12 by 12 paper sheet, I have taken off about 12 centimeters. Let me just see what that looks like. So that's a little square, so I might take a little bit off the side as well, so it's not such a square looking flip book, if that makes sense. So I've taken maybe about 3 to 4 centimeters off that end there, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the size of that there. So I'm going to have this basically as my inside and this as the outside bit of my flip book. And then that's the perfect sort of size, because I never like to do things so they're all the same. This is going to be stitched. I'm going to stitch this down the middle of the flip book, and then I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to stitch down the side and the bottom, and then that's going to create our vellum pocket for the inside of the flip book. So just fold it over. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, you could always use double-sided tape to do this project. You could use washi tape. You could use it, what else? I'm not sure if you'd be able to use a fuse tool on vellum or not. I'm not too sure how that works. You may be able to, but I'm not too sure. It's usually more for your plastic sort of, the fuse tools. So you could staple it in. So if you didn't have a sewing machine to stitch down the middle, you could use staples to stick this piece in, and then use like double-sided tape or glue to create and stick down the pocket piece for your middle bit. So there's that bit there. There's our pocket for the inside. There's our outer piece. And then I want to stitch another pocket using this piece. So we've got a pocket on this side here. Or maybe I'll just tape this one down. Just trying to think of how I want to go about this this project. Because the hearts are now going to be the wrong way. That's what I've just realised. I was going to create like a little I was going to stitch together a little pocket like this to then stick into the flip book. That may be a bit small. Hold on a sec. All right, I'm going to have to go into this piece now. Sorry, like I'm back into sort of cold weather again. Like it's spring here in Victoria at the moment. And yeah, it keeps going hot, cold, hot, cold. So the pocket's going to be like this. So what I'm doing is, because I'm going to be stitching these little pockets together and then sticking it down with double-sided tape, I'm just going to fold this piece in half and see whereabouts I need to cut in order to create this pocket letter so it doesn't look, you know, like it's too small the pocket. So I think that's a really good size there. So I'll just cut that. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to show my sewing on camera because I'm limited for space here, guys. Like, it doesn't really fit and you wouldn't be able to see a single thing. So I'm going to stitch this off camera. But there's my next little pocket there that I'm going to sew together. And then I'll be able to stick my pocket on there. And then we'll have our pocket on this side as well. And while we're at it, I'm going to do this one as well. So we're going to have 3 vellum pockets. So I've just taken a tiny little bit off there, and that's basically used up a whole vellum sheet there, as you guys can see. So let me just see whether, oh, that is perfect. So that's the perfect size, and so is that. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go stitch these up, and you'll be able to see what I mean. Okay, so what I've done off camera is I've sewn together my little pockets just by using my sewing machine and stitching down both edges. Just trim off this excess in here, as you guys can see there, to create like a little pocket. And then that one as well. And I did just some sort of like pastel, like a mint green blue type cotton. I usually use like your metallics, and I've found that I've been struggling with those lately. They tend to knot up on the back and just, you know, mess with my tension on my machine. So I decided to just stick to normal cotton now if I want my projects, you know, to look like neat and tidy instead of it bunching all up at the back. Next, all I've done is I've just stitched down the middle of this paper, and so it looks like then you've got sort of 2 sheets, and then I'm just going to stitch down this side here and then along the bottom there. And then that'll create a pocket there. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so in order to stitch that that pocket down the side there and along the bottom, I've flipped, you know, my flip book sort of backwards so I could get to it with my sewing machine. So just flip it over, and there we have it. Sometimes it can look a little wonky, but that just depends on how well of a sewer you are, and you know, I'm not the best at sewing, so it can sometimes look a little on the wonky side based on where you're stitching and how straight your line is. So there's our base of the flip book, which I'll be decorating later. Then we've got our middle vellum pocket here, which you can incorporate any sort of goodies into that. And then we've got our 2 little vellum pockets, which I am going to stick down with some double-sided tape. So bear with me, I'll just look for my tape. There we go. Alright, so I'll do a piece down the bottom here. I'll do another piece about here. I'm pretty sure that's about where my pocket goes up to. Yep, so that'll be perfect. And let's do another bit in the middle, just so I know that it's nice and secure. Come on, tape, come on. Alright, make sure I use the right side to stick it down on. There we go, I'm pretty sure that's in the middle there. There we go, so there's one pocket in there. And then we've just got this pocket here. Piece down here. Piece about there. So yes, it's very windy today and cold outside, so it's the perfect day for crafting. And as I said, I've been, you know, making a few carousel carnival, like with Dolce and the carousel collection inspired sort of themed mail. And I thought this would go nicely with one of the tag flips that I made. And I just wanted to show you guys basically the base of how I'm creating this little vellum flip book. And it's perfect for if you're doing flat mail and you want to keep, you know, your costs down with postage, or, you know, I mean, this is going with a whole heap of other goodies, but it can be used for that. Like, it's just a gorgeous little project, really. And I love that it's vellum, and, you know, you'll be able to see, like, what you put inside. It's going to look really pretty. So might show you the end result once I've decorated it, guys. And yeah, but I just wanted to share with you just this this base of basically how you start off with making this vellum pocket flip book. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave me a comment, subscribe, hit the like button. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys all again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.